Have you ever imagined how great you are? Suppose I meet you along the pathway and I greeted you and say, how are you, this great person? And you're kind of wondering, is it talking to me? When you say people are great, do you accept that compliment with enthusiasm? Or you say, hey, I'm not great, or hopefully, like most people will say. Most people attempt to do great things, but not with a great mind. And this is because they do not know who they are. So in this video, we want to examine who are you and how do you enhance a great mind. So when you ask who are you, this is what most people say. If you're a nurse, you say, I'm a certified nurse working in social place. Or I'm a cybersecurity specialist working with this company. Or I'm a content creator and influencer. Now, all this just describe yourself, but not who you are. They describe what you are, but not who you are. Suppose I ask again, who is Donald Trump? Or who is Elon Musk? Or who is David Babs Ajibade? Most people will probably say Elon Musk is the CEO of Tesla, SpaceX, and the owner of X, right? Or Donald Trump, the 45th and 47th president of the United States. Or David Babs Ajibade, you say, he's a pharmacist and a content creator. But all those does not describe who we are. They only describe what we are or what we are doing. So, who are we? Or who are you? Now, I like to take a clue from the Bible in John 1 verse 19 to 23. There was a case of a man that people were really asking who he was. The irony is, if you are not able to tell people exactly who you are, they ascribe a meaning to your life. They describe you the way they want to describe you. And that is what happens to a lot of people. So let's go down and read John 1 verse 19 to 23. I read from the NLT version. This was John's testimony when the Jewish leaders sent priests and temple assistants from Jerusalem to ask John, who are you? He came right out and said, I'm not the Messiah. Well then, who are you? They asked. Are you Elijah? Because he was not quick to answer, so they have to tell him, describe him somehow. Say, are you Elijah? Say, no. He replied, are you the prophet we are expecting? He said, no. Then who are you? We need an answer for those who sent us. What do you have to say about yourself? Then John replied in the words of Prophet Isaiah, I'm the voice shouting in the wilderness, clear the way of the Lord's coming. Now, this was an account of a man that knows exactly who he is. John answered this question, who are you, by describing the purpose of his life, which was prophesied a long time ago. Now, I put it to you that who you are has been prophesied long time ago. So in trying to answer the question who you are, you have to look back to the prophecy concerning your life, the reason why God created you. Hi there, I just want to take a moment to shout out to you, our viewers. If you are not yet a subscriber, I want to appeal to you to hit the subscribe button now. This will enable us to continue to make videos like this just for you. My promise to you is this: if you are a subscriber and you put in the comment section the kind of topic or video you want, I will go ahead and do a research and make a video just for you. That's my promise to you. Enjoy the rest of the video. God bless. That is what describes who you are. So, let's go back to the examples I gave earlier about Donald Trump, Elon Musk, and myself, David Babs Ajibade. So, if you want to look at Elon Musk, his own works, I will describe Elon Musk this way. I'm Elon Musk, helping to advance humanity beyond the level of consciousness. If I were Donald Trump, I would say, I'm Donald Trump, helping to make America greater than it is. Of course, myself, David Babs Ajibade, helping people to be the best in their domain and dominate in it through doing a great business. Now, you see that all this description they do not really describe what we are doing or what we were or what we are doing right now, but they kind of describe the future we're looking forward to. So some of it has been accomplished already, but there's great more that we have not accomplished. So they describe mostly our future, our purpose, what we want to achieve in life. So, and one thing you notice about these descriptions of the three people I just gave examples of is that all these three people have been either thinking, doing, or working towards this purpose a long time ago. If you take Elon Musk has been saying that this is what he's doing for the past 20 years to raise the level of consciousness for human beings. Donald Trump has been saying he wanted to make America great in the past 20 years. You just go back and watch some of Donald Trump's interviews. And David Babs Ajibade, myself, I've been saying or doing or working towards helping people to find their domain and dominate in it by doing a great business over 20 years ago. So you see, there's something that says, there's a school of thought that says, if you've been saying something for the past 20 years, that's a real truth behind it. And that's what really describes who you are. So for you to know who you are, you probably need to think back. You probably need to look back. You probably need to think back to from the age of 5. What have you been up to? What has been coming to your mind that you're really interested in doing? You're really adamant that you must do before you die. That's probably describing who you are. So who you are, what you are, usually describe the present state. I would say, hey, I'm the CEO of Kingdom Self Business. That's just my present state. It doesn't describe who I am. So what I am is like a level of consciousness of the present state. My endowments, or what people know me to be doing. But who am I is both a consciousness and a subconsciousness of my future state. What God has deposited in me to execute, a great assignment that God has given me to do in line with God's corporate purpose. In our video a couple of weeks ago, we talked about God's corporate purpose. And today we're just looking at who are we in line with God's corporate purpose. By the way, if you've been watching our videos and you have not subscribed, I want to beg on you to hit the subscribe button right now and do good by sharing our videos and make a comment on which video or which topic you would like us to treat. So let's go back to the video. So we say what you are describe your present state, your accomplishments, and your positions. But who you are describe your future states and what has been in you long time ago. Some of it have been manifested, but a whole lot have not manifested yet. Since this is what will lead you to greatness, so let's talk about who are you? Who are you? We said in our last video, great things must be done greatly, with a great purpose, a great mind. So in order to know, to be able to do great things with a great purpose and to have a great mind to do that purpose, you need to understand who you are. You need to understand who you are. You may have made some accomplishments, but they are not significant to what has not been accomplished yet in your life. So let me go back to the board and see, who are you? Now, I'm going to describe what is working, what is really working in the spiritual and the physical, right? So, this is you. I like to always, I like that pyramid, you know, that pyramid, Maslow pyramid. Okay? Like, you know, you are a tripartite self, right? You are made of a spirit, a soul, which is a big one, and your body. So what really happens? When God created you, this is the Godhead, right? The Godhead, the Word, and the Spirit of Truth. I call Holy Spirit the Spirit of Truth because it tells you the truth about yourself. Okay? And there's another spirit, which I call the spirit of corruption. So I call the devil the spirit of corruption because all it does is to corrupt the truth that's been told about you. That's all it does. That's all the devil does. Okay? So, God ministers to your spirit, right? Because you are created in spirit, in the image and the likeness of God. But He gave you a soul and a body in order to perform that which has been prophesied about you. And in your soul, you have three major components, right? Your will, your conscious mind, your emotions, and your subconscious mind. So I'll call it 4, okay? Your will works together with your conscious mind. Your will is the one that decides, right, that you want to do great things. Great things in line with a great purpose. Right? That is your will. And this is the most important part of it, because once your will make this decision, and this decision is solid, that is, it's not changing no matter what, then your conscious mind gets it. And that communicates that to your emotions. Then this is communicated to your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is the one that works automatically, directing your body, your brain, your body, to execute that which you have decided. So if you ask me, what's the most important in all this? The will, right? The will. There's a school of thought that says, whatever a mind decides to do and believe in it, it will achieve. That decision is made by the will. So what does the Spirit of Truth does? It corrupts the truth by ministering to your will and your consciousness that what is said about you that great things, great prophecy about you, it's not true. That's exactly what the devil did in the Garden of Eden. And he's still doing that today. So, how do you overcome that? Remember, always pay attention. Pay your attention of your mind to this great prophecy that was said about you. That great prophecy has been said over and over again, has been dropped onto your spirit, onto your mind. That is why a lot of times you just need to cast your mind back to what God has been saying unto you all along. Because when God created you, the spirit, it dropped purpose into your mind, into your spirit, and into your mind. So if you remember that and focus on that, then you'll be able to overcome the corruption of the spirit of truth. Because why most people are not about doing what has been said about them is because the spirit of truth, the spirit of corruption, tries to tell them something otherwise. And people say, how do I distinguish between the spirit of corruption and the spirit of truth? Sometimes it's hard to distinguish. But my advice, and that's me, that's my opinion, is connect with Jesus. Because Jesus not only ministers to your spirit, he also ministers to your will, your conscious mind, your emotions, and your subconscious mind, all at the same time. That's why it's so powerful. So, with that, it can easily defeat all the corruption of the spirit of corruption. But in whatever you believe in, make sure your will is very strong. And we've talked about, in some of our videos, how to concentrate your will, how to concentrate your mind on which is important, But that decision has to come first. The decision to do great things with a great purpose. Then you can concentrate your mind on which is important. And that will communicate with your subconscious mind, which will start carrying out all the things. Because the subconscious mind, whatever in the subconscious mind, align with what? With nature. What you call the universe, right? Sometimes people say the universe is God. No, the universe is not God. God created the universe and set up the universe in automation such that when you obey what God has called you to do, the universe agrees with you, because that's laws of the universe. It agrees with you. You are agreeing with the laws of the universe. So there's an automation that is set in place that will create circumstances, right, to enable you to do the great things that God has called you to do. Okay? So that's a bit to understand who you are. So, how do all these correlate together? First, you have to understand your assignments. Then, we have several videos that talks about how to understand your assignments. Then you have to understand your tripartite state, just as I described just now, and the powers you have to overcome the spirit of corruption. Okay? Because that brings a lot of limitation to people to do what they're supposed to do. So once you have all this together, then you can begin to execute that prophecy, that assignment, that reason why God has created you. Because now you understand who you are. So in conclusion, know that you are a spirit and your assignment has already been determined. Your spirit was given a soul and a body in order to execute that assignment. But your environment often tells you otherwise. And consistent exposure to an environment that tells you otherwise, it makes you to be walking on a path that's not consistent with the prophecy that's upon your life. Sometimes you don't play the people because that's all they know. Maybe your teachers, your parents, your family, your friends, that's all they know. But what they know is very little about you. That's what every time they try to describe what you are, because that's what they see. They don't know who you are inside of you. That's why I don't believe in SMART goals. You know, SMART goals say you have to, it's measurable. Who you are is not measurable. What you are is what people see. Who you are, they don't see. What you are is limited. Who you are is limitless. What you are is measurable. Who you are is not measurable. It's unmeasurable. So try and concentrate on who you are. You are a spirit with an assignment. So you have to go about carrying out that assignment. Therefore, if you decide to do great things today, align your purpose with the great things you're thinking about. Be strong, be resolved in your decision to do this great thing, and be proactive in it. Start acting in line with it, and make up your mind that this is what you're going to do, and the universe will agree with you to create circumstances to make it to come to fruition. Hope you got something today. I'll see you next video. God bless.